Hi, I'm Marc, and because of current developments, today in the series of aircraft, I will briefly introduce you to the Eurofighter Typhoon. As Volodymyr Zelensky traveled to London a few weeks ago, he seemed fairly certain that the British would once again lead the Western Alliance, and this time in the supply of fighter jets. The Ukrainian president self-confidently thanked in advance for strong English aircraft. But London seemed less decisive than in the debate about main battle tanks, for example. Secretary of Defense Ben Wallace has been remarkably vague about this, and at first it looked as if Zelensky was on the right track when Prime Minister Rishi Sunak said nothing was off the table. That was more than had been heard from others. The German Chancellor Olaf Scholz had ruled out fighter jets, and Washington initially also waved them off. Sunak even instructed the Ministry of Defense at the time to review which jets they can turn over. At the same time, he announced the training of Ukrainian pilots on British fighter jets. Former Prime Minister Boris Johnson's line of demanding the immediate delivery of fighter jets seemed to be gaining ground there. London would pave the way for fighter jets, headlined the Telegraph as well. But Sunak's words, which he had found in the presence of Zelensky during a visit to Ukrainian soldiers in Dorset, were in fact put into perspective at the same evening. It is rather a long-term solution than a short-term capacity, is what a government spokesman said. The Typhoon they talked about is also a cooperation aircraft, the transfer of which must be approved by the production partners. That's in addition to Italy and Spain, Germany too. The Eurofighter Typhoon is a multi-role fighter aircraft of the so-called fourth generation of fighter aircraft, which was jointly produced by Germany, Italy, Spain and Great Britain, as I said. Of course, I do have some specifications for you. Today I chose the single-seater. The maximum speed with afterburners is Mach 2.0 at a high altitude and Mach 1.3 at ground level. The first flight of the Delta Wing was in March 1994 and it was put into service in April 2004. The length is 15 meters 96. The height is 5 meters 28. The wingspan is 10 meters 95. The propulsion is 2 times the Eurojet EJ200, and the type of those, they are turbofan engines. The minimum speed is 220 kilometers per hour. The cruising speed is 1275 kilometers per hour in 10,000 meters. The top speed is 21,024 kilometers, 2100 kilometers at 10,000 meters. The service ceiling is 16.765 thousand meters. The max flight altitude is 18,287 meters. And from start to 10,670 meters and Mach 1.5, it needs 2 minutes 30. The radius of action is 1,390 kilometers. The takeoff weight is a maximum of 23,000 kilograms. The Eurofighter Typhoon is currently the most modern and most powerful combat aircraft in production in the West. It is the premier fourth generation all-weather single and two-seat twin-engine multi-role fighter aircraft. The FA-18EF does not have the thrust and weight ratio nor the wing area of the Typhoon, and the Eurofighter's radar is far more advanced than that of the FA-18EF. Only the F-22 and the Su-37 threaten to overtake them now. And this concludes today's video. You find the next one right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.